Hey, Natasha here with episode 14 of Wake and Skate, which I think I'm gonna call the end of season 1, since why not take a summer break, yeah? It's officially June here in Canada and your girl cannot wait to soak up all the sun all the time. So you may or may not notice, but I'm in a new location. My partner and I moved not far from where we were, but we are officially above ground. Though you may or may not notice a little bit of a new mullet-ish do for your gal. It involves a hell of a lot less hair than I had. I'm loving it in all this heat we've been having. As for Wake and Skate though, I've got new skaters lined up from continents new to Wake and Skate as well. So I'm stoked to virtually meet them. I hope that you are as well. They're gonna show us what roller skating is like to them. Also, be sticking to creating some skate edits that I'll be proud to put out there on YouTube and beyond. I can't wait to show you all of the ridiculousness that I've been doing on 8 wheels. Enough about me, let's dive into this episode of Wake and Skate, where we go all the way to Italy, to Trieste, to speak with Irene. You probably know her on Insta as Doom Skates. She's also now the creator of Coven Skates, which we'll learn all about and more on this episode of Wake and Skate.
Yes! Oh my god!
Look at that! Full airplane. Here we go. Full airplane!
I don't know her, but she makes me feel like a roller skater. I had a chance to I've been road that never ends. Chinese and we know damn waiting. I'll be with you roller skating. If I had a chance to I've been road that never ends.
Ciao, my name is Irene and I'm a roller skater from Italy. I live in Trieste, in the northeast. It's a very nice city, not too big, not too small. 250,000 inhabitants, something like that. So yeah, I used to live in the countryside of my region for a long time before moving here and then going to Germany for 1 year or something. And it was in Germany that I learned how to roller skate because I joined the local roller derby team, the Bremen Meet Grinders. Yes, I was living in Bremen. Bremen is a very nice city in the northwest part of Germany. It's very similar to Trieste somehow. It is not an harbor, but it's very green. It's not too big, it's not too small. There's a nice countryside, the nature is great. So I spent there 1 year working as an au pair, and at the same time I was starting my freelancing business as a graphic designer. And I thought, okay, why not joining the local roller derby team? Because I really like the idea of learning something new, and roller derby seemed pretty badass. So yeah, I did it, and they taught me how to skate. So back to roller derby, right? I learned in Bremen, so they taught me how to roller skate there. And it was really great because I spent a lot of time outside, skating outdoors, skating trails. I learned how to roller skate in a really short period of time, and I was 24 years old back at the time. And I never put any roller skates on my feet before that moment. To be honest, I'm really proud that I learned to roller skate as an adult. And now I'm 32, so yes, I've been skating for, I've been skating for 8 years. Now I'm realizing it. Guys, 8 years, that's a lot. Fuck, I'm old. Alright, so back to the story. I spent 1 year in Bremen, then I moved back to Italy. I came here in Trieste again, and there was no roller derby team still in that moment. So with some friends we decided to found one. So we started a roller derby team, but not here in Trieste, but in the countryside, where I was from, where I'm originally from, because all of my friends were there, all my acquaintances were there, so that makes sense to me. Made sense to me back at the time, but that it didn't make so much sense anymore, because I was going back and forth from Trieste to the countryside twice or 3 times a week. So after, I would say, 3 years and a half, I had to quit because it wasn't sustainable for me anymore. Also because I quit freelancing and I started a new job in a communication agency where I'm still working right now. And so having a full-time job and having to go back and forth twice or up to 3 times a week for derby at night, and coming back to Trieste at 1 a.m. it wasn't really, the thing for me anymore. So I quit derby, but at the same time I was starting skating ramps. So I started skating ramps back in 2015 with my friend Daphne. We went to Barcelona and then Köln, Bremen, what else? Oh, Lyon as well. Yeah, we did a mini tour. Of 13 days or something, and we decided to learn how to skate ramps during that vacation. It was great, really was great. We learned very fast. After 2 weeks we were able to pump and we were able to drop in. It was great, and after that we didn't quit. I didn't take it seriously though till I would say 2018 when I quit derby, because while I was still playing derby, skating ramps was a thing for me. It was really enjoyable, but at the same time I had to split my free time between derby and ramps, so I wasn't going 100% with it. So in 2018 I started doing it 100%. I started getting more serious about stalls and about the basics of it. So all the tricks that I avoided for a long time, like a fakey stall for example, I started learning how to do it, and I was also able to transfer my knowledge to others. So that's when it really began for me, in 2018. And it was in 2018 that I also met Trampo, because she came with Sk8. She came to hold the ramp camp in Milano that I co-organized, and so I met her and I realized, like, watching her skating, I realized, oh shit, I really need to get serious with this, because damn, there's so many things that I don't know how to do, and just staying in Europe or Italy, it doesn't really make you realize how much we are behind in terms of skills. Well, we are catching up. I mean, in 2018 maybe the community wasn't so big yet, but we are definitely catching up now. So I wouldn't say we are at the same level. I think we grew up pretty fast in the past 3 years, especially after 2020. But back in the days, so back in the days, Instagram was a thing, but roller skating on Instagram and roller skating, as a shared knowledge wasn't yet. At least so much. I mean, there were videos of people exchanging tricks for fun, which was really great, but we weren't so many. I don't know how much can you see of me right now. There's a great sun today. It's a lovely day. Finally spring is here. But we had a really tough winter, and I wasn't able to skate for a long time properly, because going to the skate park 1 day per week and barely being able to do my basic tricks and barely being able to not freeze my ass out, well, that's not skating for me. So now we are able to skate, and Trieste is famous for its wind. we have a pretty strong wind called Bora. It's a wind that can reach 170 kilometers per hour. Yeah, every time it happens, you can't stay outside. Well, you can, but it's almost impossible to do any physical activity because it really doesn't make you breathe either. It's so strong. So we had a winter full of Bora, full of cold, and so I have to wait a little bit to be able to do this. And I'm happy that I'm doing it right now because today is a really, really great day to shoot a video. I think did I miss it? I think I took the wrong way. No, I didn't. No, it's fine. I'm on the right way. I'm not using, coming to Trieste and not being from here. I used Google Maps for 6 years before learning the roads and learning my ways to the city, around the city. So coming to this skate park, which is not my usual skate park where I go to, it's always tricky because all the roads are the same for me here. They all look like the same, and sometimes it gets tricky, but I think I found the right one. You know what? I'm missing an important part. I learned about skating on ramps with quads because of the estrogen bombs video, of course, because of Lady Tremble, but also because of my now friend Marta, who's a girl from Torino, opposite side of Italy in terms of where I live, like in the north, but in the west part. I'm in the east part. So she's from Turin, and she's the first Italian girl that I saw skating ramps with quads. She was playing derby as well. She was one of the first people playing derby in Italy as well. She started, I think, in 2012 or 13. She was also a coach, and I met her in Torino in 2016. So she quit ramps because she moved to Dublin, but now she's back. So I'm really looking forward to meet her and skate with her again, because really she was my inspiration for a long time. Yeah, Marta, I miss you. I want to skate with you. So we are almost at the skate park. This is the perfect parking. Okay. All right, let's go. So as I said, this is not the usual skate park I go to because it's pretty shitty. It has been built, I think, more than 10 years ago, and the maintenance there wasn't so great. My association I'm part of, as a vice president, we wrote a paper about it, and we presented to the institutions, saying that maintenance is necessary and because of security as well. So I'm gonna show you what I mean in a few seconds. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie here, my favorite thing to do is still mini ramp. Still. I say still mini ramp because, you know, I tried many things. I like skating street though. But it doesn't happen so often, so I would say that my favorite thing is still the mini ramp. this is my setup right now. My biggest skate inspirations, oh gosh, there are so many good people out there. Well, Lady Trample, of course, and all the CIB team, Estrogen, Ghoulie, Bambi, Spicy Ivy, of course, and there goes the bells from the church, of course. Now, yeah, my biggest inspirations, as I was saying, so many people to tell. I change inspirations every day because I see so many good things around. And yeah, no, too many people. But my friends also inspire me a lot. I mainly skate with, well, of course, the girls here from the roller skating community in Trieste, but skateboarders mainly, and they're also crazy and crazy good, so they inspire me every day, to be fair. I don't mean to be romantic here, but they're really good. They're really good. Wet as wet. It is spring, almost summer, I would say. Finally, look at this. I am recording this video to talk about Coven Roller Skate Collective. It's my new project and I'm going to announce it pretty soon. So the idea of Coven was born, I think, around a couple of years ago, to be honest. It was my idea all over since I was taking care of Basking Bears, which was my clothing line about roller skating and adventure and exploring and wanderlust. Born in 2015 and ended in March 2020 during the pandemic. So I stopped the brand, but with the idea of making something else once we were out of this pandemic, or at least once it was clear where the market was going. I wasn't sure about opening up a new business right away, and this is why I waited for almost 1 year. So I started gathering some data and monitoring how my blog was going, donezo.com, and I realized that the visits were of course growing, and the interest around roller skating in Italy was growing very fast. So about January 2021, I spoke with my brother again, and he told me, okay, I want to do a project with you and let's do it. So we started working on the business plan, making some simulations and some projections. We realized that the business was doable and it was also self-sustainable. So we spoke with a business accountant and we had a better grasp of what we needed to open up this new business. So yes, now about 2 days ago, I finally got my VAT number, which is called Partita IVA in Italy. So I can start, so I feel pretty confident about talking about this right now. It is another day. So I had to interrupt the previous video because I was going skating. Here we are with Frulla de Banni. We were talking about the fact that I had to wait, let's say around 3 months to get my VAT number. This is why I hate Italy. I mean, it's my country, it's where I was born, it's where I live most of my life, and there are several things that work. But bureaucracy is one thing that doesn't work, like at all. So Coven is a project that will involve a roller skate shop, a roller skate school. I'm going to give lessons, especially to kids. I want to make roller skate something accessible to everybody, and we have a particular situation here in Italy. Figure skating is pretty big here. Like if you want to skate with quads, you have to do figure skating. But figure skating gives you a certain, technique that applies to the artistic, how can I say it? It's really close to dance, it's really close to ballet, but it's not like I want to learn to roller skate and that's it, and I want to do some freestyle and I want to put it on the street, I want to put it on ramps. There is not that option right now. If the kids want to learn how to roller skate, they have to do figure skating. It's different with inlines, but let's talk just squats. If you want to learn roller skating as an adult, you can't. You cannot. Most of the times, the figure skating clubs just allow kids to subscribe, to participate. So that means that if I am, let's say, 30 years old, no, I'm older than that, but let's say I'm 30 years old and I want to learn how to roller skate. I cannot. At least in my city I can't, and I know about other parts of Italy where it's exactly the same. You can't join a figure skating club when you're an adult, because they will tell you that you're too old to do competitions, and they will not train you to just be there. There's no accessibility this way. So this gives me the idea that maybe this is the right occasion to do some projects with school or universities, even to, teach roller skating to people, to put those roller skates under people's feet. So roller skate shop, roller skate school, of course the roller skate lab is going to be included. I opened it last September and I started to make some builds and learning the technique. The Coven would also be a place where you can express yourself. I'm going to sell art related to roller skate and continue all the projects that I did till today. And charity is something that I want to be involved as well. And I'm going to partner with some institutions and onluses and NGOs that are in this area. So stay tuned for that. And the meaning of the name, well, Coven, probably you know it already. Coven means a group of witches. It's like a small family, right? And I wanted to find a word that speaks about sisterhood and sorority without saying the word girl. But yeah, the idea was using an agendered word, yeah? And I didn't want to have the words roller or skating in it. Coven as a word is very short, and I just liked it. So this is why I chose it. So right now I didn't announce the project yet. I'm going to do it I'm going to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is June 24th, and I'm doing a live stream where I speak about gear. I'm going to describe my setup, my roller skate setup, and I'm going to answer to people questions. Of course, it's going to be in Italian, but everybody's welcome, of course, but I'm going to speak Italian. And with the occasion, I'm going to reveal more about the project, and I'm pretty scared, to be honest. I'm pretty excited and scared at the same time. We'll see.
Well, a massive thank you to anyone who's watched all the way through the end of this episode And maybe you've even been watching all the way through 14 episodes later and are still as hungry to virtually meet new roller skaters as I am to make them. However, as mentioned, your girl's taken a bit of a summer break to soak up all the sun, and I might not be back until winter, because you know I'm gonna get in as much fall skating as I can until the snow hits here in Canada. And until then, you can expect to see some wicked skate edits that I'm stoked about. So keep it locked on Honey Gnarlic until then to see all my summer skate mischief. See you in the winter with episode 15 whenever I come back around. Until then, happy summer skating. And Grandma says, remember sunscreen, yeah? Until then, weirdlings.